You got it in your heart. You got the production. You got everything. What's the producers now that really got you moving? Because it's such a bunch of new sounds.
Well, the whole sonics has changed
Yeah.
differently. And I went to Europe. I took 2 years. I was with Avicii. And and
That's big.
yeah, and then the good thing is, shout out to Tim, I got a chance to not only cut records with him, but in the process, understand how you young bloods are doing the music. Because I'm from an era where I'm going to show up with my guitar, my bass, my keyboard,
Hat.
the drum, right? Everything.
The Lee hat.
The
Every
Lee
time-
hat, right?
You
And
already
then you
know.
like putting it together. So now you in a generation, everything is on the software. Like even my daughter could go up on GarageBand and do her record, right? So I took time out and studied the software. So the beautiful thing is where I'm going now, because tonight I'm gonna play you my B-side, because you heard the My Girl, but you haven't heard what I bought for y'all. Cause I got, I got a double head, like meaning like I'm gonna do the international thing, but then I got something for y'all, kids. So the South by South,
Yeah.
I bought something for y'all because I was inspired when I was down there, and I did this record that you're gonna hear tonight called Jimi Hendrix. But for me, I think the kids that produce for Drake,
40.
40, brilliant.
Yeah.
I love Kanye West naturally because, I'm a very creative dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether if it's rock, whether if it's the Beatles, whether if it's whatever, you know what I mean? At the same time, I'm a big fan of like Young Chop from Chicago.
Of course, Chop is-
Man, Chop.
Dirty drums.
Yeah, I got a chance to be in the studio with Chop too.
Yeah?
A couple of years ago, yeah. And my thing was like, yo, how do Chop do that 808? Like he gets it. It's crazy, you feel me? Because I was doing 808s on MPCs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once again, you could tell that I'm a fan of producers, the culture, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yo, Clef, this is another thing I want to know. In New York music, we want so bad to bring the sound back. Is this a smart move? Or do we just recreate something totally different and move forward?
Well, I think that you can't live in the past, right? The present is the present. Like, even if you're saying, let's bring back New York music, right? What does that really mean? Because New York music was everybody's music. So what are you saying? Like, so you want to bring everybody's music back? Like, even what they doing in the South, you influence, right? That's why, but don't get caught up in the trick, right? Because Fetty Wap is a young blood, right? You hear how he
He
sounds.
has a lot of sounds similar to you.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
how he reaches those notes.
Yeah, and he's dope, but but keep in mind, right? So there's a twang going on in the East, right? There's a few kids, Troy Ave, Joey Badass. There's a few things. So at the end of the day, I think that there's a fight between young generation and old generation.
Yeah.
And a lot of people is like, yo, we want to bring that credited New York sound. Like Jay-Z's like, remember that record? If you want to listen to my old stuff, go listen to my old stuff. I feel that New York, what has to happen is, what I would like to see is more kids get into the musicality of it, right? Because what happened is, this is what's going on in New York right now. It's not that the rappers ain't dope. Shout out to Dave East, dope. It ain't that the rappers are dope, but you lack producers in New York, right? Because when we all were coming in, it wasn't just the rappers, it was the producers and the rappers were together. So right now, you got all of these kids, they're incredible. But you don't have a Clef no more that got 24 hours of his day to sit there with you, right? Now the producers become the superstars. And the DJs become the superstars.
Yeah.
And the rappers are fishing for beats.
Facts.
Until they get a click, right? Drake is dope, right? But watch the click though. The click that he's with, the click of producers.
Yeah,
when you
OVO,
hear them,
Boy Wonder, all of them. I mean,
Kendrick
everybody-
Lamar, the click, right? J. Cole rocking his own beats, doing his own thing.
Yeah.
So I just want people to understand that New York is all over the world. So when you go and you say, yo, New York, right, it don't matter like where J. Cole is from. Nas still influences him. So I think like we still gotta be careful, because I feel like embracing the new generation, like that's why I was happy with what I heard from Fetty and them, because it's like they're young and they're saying, yo, this is our sound, this is how we sound, right? My daughter, she don't know, she's 11. So when you telling her, like, you know, she doesn't know what you mean by the New York sound, but she know that there's somebody named Nas, and she know that he's dope. She know there's somebody named Jay-Z. She know there's somebody named 50 Cent, right? Even take 50 Cent. I'm gonna show you facts. Many men wish them upon me, Lord. I don't, right? 50 Cent combined with Dr. Dre, once again, the producer, the great producer and the great lyricist, songwriter gets together whenever that Eminem, whenever that bash happens. So what we got to do in New York is we need more producers that are hooking up with the kids and not crafting a song, making an entire project. Where your movie at? Show me your entire movie. Don't give me a song, put the entire project together. So we need more producers in New York, if anything.
And then they'll get it back.
Big time.
Yo, you said movies, man. In New York, it's like we pumping out web series left and right. They got Respect Life Pieces, they got Money and Violence. Have you got a chance to
Money and Violence, yes, of course.
What do you feel about the growth that it's basically able to take? We had a bunch of Brooklyn guys came together, and now they're there's internationals they can come now.
That's great. I mean, what else would I expect? This is the borough that produces greatness.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, we could take rocks and turn them into diamonds. You know what I mean? We from the dirt. So, and once again, you know, I'm heavy in the culture.
Yeah.
So, you know, like when I was watching like Money and Violence on YouTube when people wasn't paying attention, because I know a lot of characters now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm Haitian, like deep rooted, you know what I mean? And I know the feds are looking at this. They call me HS, Haitian Sinatra. Like, it's for real. Like, you know, I sing them songs, but I know them boys.
Yeah.
So, you know, for me, once again, similar to battle rap, how beautiful it is when kids come from the street and say, we ain't gonna bang, we gonna show our story.
Fantastic.
And film. And we need to have more of that.
The one last thing, New York, we just got a record. Desiigner, he has the first #1 record since Hove.
Yeah.
With Empire State of Mind.
That's right.
What a distance. How do you feel about Desiigner?
Designer's dope. I mean, once again, we was talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I was just saying, this is New York. Like, why are we surprised, right?
Yeah.
Because when we was coming up, we would have 30 designers, right?
Yeah.
So why does it take that long for you to get one designer who's incredibly dope? You know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, when you see somebody like Desiigner, we all should be embracing them. So as producers, right? So as a producer, designers, so Desiigner, you watching this? Find me, like, let's paint a small picture, because you already lyrically, you have your concepts, you know. So for me as a music dude, you know, Desiigner is a gift to New York City. Desiigner is New York City's gift right now.
It's crazy. I'll tell you this thing. I'm the only person to interview Desiigner. And the reason is because when a lot of the OGs was late on him, I took the gamble and I brought him up to This Is 50. That's my guy.
Yeah.
But he's getting killed. He's getting prosecuted now for sounding so similar to Future. Do you feel like it's a fair weight that he should carry? Or you feel like we should just let it fly and let him just be who he want to be?
There's no such thing. Y'all can't do that, please, right? Because I remember when I was coming out, and you could go back, and some dude was like, who you think he is? He's Bob Marley? He the fake Bob Marley. He ain't no Bob Marley, right? Yeah, because somehow my voice, it sounded a little bit like Marley when I'm singing, right? So at the end of the day, people who don't want to let Marley go, I was influenced by Bob Marley. So why wouldn't I, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, right? It's all about, is Desiigner doing great music?
Yeah.
Does this song sound incredible?
Unbelievable song.
That's right. And all he got to do is keep coming back over and over again. Desiigner got his space. Future got his space. They all got their space. It's all about great songs, man.
There's this thing that I have this wild theory. I feel like rap is hurting when artists become older. And I feel I feel like rap hurts when artists become older. And this is my angle. And maybe I'd love to get your opinion on it. I had an argument with my brother, and I said, should rap have a contemporary or an adult hip hop? To where that a Silento, you know, Man and Whip and Na Nene and Noriega is competing for the same slot on the same radio station. Where Nori just want to go. You get what I'm saying? He got a lot of bars. He just want to go. Prodigy, Havoc. I mean, everybody. E42 Short. There's a lot of OGs that somehow aren't getting the window because of all of this new rap. What do you feel about the genre not getting another, you know what I mean, level to it?
Yeah, but I think that's why satellite radio is created, right? So with satellite radio, you can have your, you know, old school rap, right? We have stations where you have your old school rap. You got your young, you got your diss, right? But the space of the music business that we operate, it's called show business, right?
Let's talk about it.
So show business means, do you want to be in the game, right? So Kobe plays when he feels like it's time for him to really retire out the game.
Yeah.
He retires, right? So at the end of the day, it's two things going on. So you and your brother's right. So, but in the business of the limelight of making money, you could do bars all you want, but are people showing up for the shows? Because you have a livelihood. So now if you want to be in that competitive space, right, that's where they fighting for that same space. And the thing is, when you are OG and you check out so long and you're not really tapped into the culture and you want to come back, that's when it gets weird to you, because you like, that dude was dope back then, but now he's going on and on and on and on to be, and the kids are like, hey, how I'm more like, are you? Where are you? You know what I mean? And I think that, so we gotta be realistic within this space and look at Hove, right? That's right. So you can do that argument with Hove. Hove stay culturally relevant. It doesn't matter who the kid is, he's gonna outbar you, period. You know what I'm saying to you? So at the end of the day, I think that you're both right. But if somebody wanna occupy the space of show business and make it lucrative and for economics, then you gotta be able to compete on the radio.
I get it.
And on the charts. You know, or you can just freestyle all day on the satellite stations. You know, it's just the truth.
Yo, man, I won't take any more of the OG's time and his punch. Yo, 50, man, they getting me around legends and I'm getting hot, man. I'm getting hot. Clef, leave him with something.
Yo, they call me Young Jimmy Cliff because I go harder. They come, want to welcome me back, Carter. The world tour back, bus, train, charter. Visa for the border, green card holder. My Diddy Biggie shooters, they little like Kim. I ain't no joke, but I rock Kim. I used to slap box in the project elevator. The way I rock a fella, you gonna think I'm Sean Carter. I know what they thinking. They like Clef going in. Who writing my shit? Ghost writers from within, yup. Told me y'all should be reminded I'm a motherfucking Fuji and my score has not been broken. Many of my people, they won't see the night. They gonna step into the light poltergeists. They gonna hear screams, they gonna have dreams. They gonna see Malcolm talking to King. Reality lean on the side of the beam when the gymnast is flipping it off for the cream. The feds intervene with red laser beam. This look like a scene from Gaddafi regime. This 50.com, man. Get it, man.
Behave yourself, man. Yo, OG shit, man. This is what it is. This is Brooklyn. This is
Yo, the album coming too, man. So the Carnival 3. And as an old head, I ain't gonna let you down. You're about to hear the first single. It's called, so we had a joint out called My Girl for the Big Up for the International.
Yeah.
The B-side is called Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Very important. When y'all hear that record, this is a story about us. Just like some of us, what you were saying earlier, some of us chose ball, some of us chose music.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into it downstairs. And you know, I'm a sound boy. So, you know, I got my DJ, we got the mic.
First of all, you sound, man. I know how you give it up.
Yo,
man. You was
downstairs
off of
here,
You was here from classes.
Yo, here's about to turn into Flatbush Avenue later. I hope they bought some Guinness for me. Yo.
You got a buck. You got a buck.
You already know.